Starting strat.
I don't know if he was confused, but you saw the. I'm assuming you're talking about the Rebels X-Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rebels is not going to the middle at all. That's gonna let Ormy
Maybe he was trying to park his X-Wing inside the hangar.
Interesting theory. Oops. Sorry, I got so distracted with the. I forgot to change the overlay.
Ormy deciding to build the first turret, even though had complete access to the middle one.
Interesting. So Ormy's making very quick work of that Rebellion base mine. Meanwhile, Meteora does have 4 X-Wings going up. And Ormy did get both turrets off in the middle.
Honestly, that's not... I don't think that would be ideal in this situation. I think he could have saved the extra 700 credits and not built the first one.
L base mine goes down first. I wonder what Ormy's planning to do here. Okay, he is choosing to build that mine. I wonder if he's going to hard defend middle since he has 2 turrets up. Meteor is coming back down to check, though.
Was this TIE Fighter warped, or is it's like invisible for me?
Nope, it's invisible.
Looks like he's trying to bait out the bottom left, but wasn't able to. Meteora actually has a lot of fighters on the field.
I think the X-Wings do win this dogfight down here at the bottom left. Ormy does still have this mine in the middle, but I do believe that Rebel X-Wings are going to take it out. Yep, and oh, one more pass will do it. And Rebels did win this dogfight down here in the bottom left. And they did
This
get
is actually...
in the middle.
It's actually looking really bad for Ormy.
Yes. I would agree.
I think the extra 700 on that middle turret kind of hurt him a lot.
And Rebels moving back up to check the space mine. Rebels clearing TIE fighters off of their own base mine.
Rebels throwing in the middle.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage he's taking. Ormy does not have the engine upgrade this game, which is interesting because he decided to try to defend. But from my understanding is that when you try to defend, you kind of need that engine upgrade. Yes?
Not exactly.
Alright, Ormy's going to go back down and check his bot left mine, which is finished. Rebels taking even more damage, cycling through mid. Ormy might get his money's worth on that turret if Meteora keeps flying his X-Wings through there. I mean, this is Death Star Trench Run right here.
Hello? Does he have waypoint set?
Oh my gosh! Can we get a X-Wing X-Wing kill counter here on that turret? Jesus.
Oh wait, hold on. Check the base. Check the Empire base mine. There's some idle X-Wings just sitting there dying to the concussion missile launcher.
Oh man!
I feel like...
Wonder what the Veteracy on this turret would be if we had Veteracy in the game.
I kind of don't
Well,
understand what's actually happening.
I
To
feel
be
like
honest.
Meteora had this game in the bag, and then he just lost to the middle turret.
Yeah, he didn't actually have to do anything. He could have just not been in the middle. And Ormy has enough credits, I believe, for another mine.
Yeah.
Or no, is that one?
Nope.
Is that 100?
Oh, no, that was 1,000. So he built something. But it was not a mine, but he built something.
Maybe it was a bomber.
Rebels do have their base mine back. You might not be wrong.
What's this dogfight in the bottom left looking like? It looks like Empire is going to come out on top on this one.
Yes, there's a lot of TIE fighters there. And the Rebels aren't fighting around the mine. Oh, there's the IPV.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, Ormy still has his mine in the middle.
Building his base mine right now.
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing anywhere near up there to check it. This mine will go down. Ormy's coming in with a BM.
I want to believe Ormy's throwing, but I don't know at this point.
Ormy has a mine here. He has his other mine at the top, and he's killing the Rebel base mine.
Well, I meant overall.
I mean, Meteora has those 2 IPVs on the field, but they're not doing anything to the existing income the Ormy already has.
Mm-hmm.
So there's essentially just 2,200 credits doing a whole lot of nothing. Oh, this one did buy the bot mine. But again, Ormy has had 2 mines for quite a while. I'm shocked to see that he doesn't have the income upgrade yet. It looks like now he's going to try to double down on his investments in the middle. Rebel does have.
I don't actually.
Look at, they have the X-wing up here. Check the base mine.
I don't think he has anything though. I don't think he needs to actually build anything because that missile turret should be able to hit the IPV.
Right, and this mine will die.
And it does.
Meanwhile, Ormy is tripling down on his investments in the middle. The second IPV will be joining. But again, by this time, Ormy will have 4 completed mines before either of those die. And the income for Ormy is just rolling in. There's still no mine upgrade.
I mean, why when you have 4 mines? No need. I agree with Nico in the chat, by the way.
What do you say?
This game will be forever called the stalemate of throws. Both players threw so hard there is no winner could be decisively declared.
Right. If the game was to sync right now, we'd give them both a loss.
It would only be fair.
Okay. I'm not sure what the plan is here with the IPVs, but Ormy has a lot of money. I mean, Ormy has so much money, he's building turrets over here.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if he has this money, like, why not just build some pirate interceptors?
Oh, I feel like Meteora really had this game at the beginning, too.
Oh, he definitely did, if
Ormy
he didn't suicide all of his X-Wings.
Ormy had no units on the map. He's warping in more X-Wings to take out Ormy's base mine, but Ormy still has this mine over here. Is the IPV gonna go cruising right by it? Oh no! The IPV is just cruising by the mine, taking missile shot. No!
Empire going for the supply dock, more than likely.
Oh yeah.
Deciding that, yeah, he has enough to end the game.
Yeah, this is GG. Well, this is bringing an end to our first game. Meteora versus Ormy.
One quick interjection from me.
Yep.
Just sneaked in here. The game speed was very high, more than normal. So you should probably adjust that for the next match.
It's on default.
No, it's definitely not on default.
No, it's
mean-
default.
I mean,
Everyone
I can take a screenshot.
Okay, then maybe you have some bugged state where for some players it shows default, but for some players it isn't. Maybe you need to somehow try to maybe host a game to test it and then see if you can adjust it.
Everything looks like it's normal speed too. If I hit default or try moving the slider and hitting back normal, it's not saying game speed change.
I mean, I can kind of see. I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe you need to actively change it like to low setting spawns and then back to middle to reset it or something. I don't know. Just wanted to say that. Have fun.
do you think that was high?
I disagree, but maybe.
I mean, it didn't fill that
possible.
fast, but maybe that's just like what happens when everyone has good internet and good PCs.
Okay. To update everything. Maybe it's something to do with my OBS settings. I don't know. Maybe it seemed that way from the spectator.
Okay, well, I feel like if the two spectators and the two players.
Okay, so we're doing Endor game for a second. And we're just waiting on Meteora. On Ormy to pick his faction. And Ormy picked Rebellion. Okay. Endor is.
I'm actually really excited for this match based off the last match. I'm kind of, interested in who will throw harder.
Nico could have a point with the game being smooth from my perspective. Well, and just in general, that game did feel very smooth.
I mean, yeah, it felt amazing. Like, this is definitely normal. People are just too used to Will's internet.
Yep. All right. So Empire is building the mines here. Meteora is choosing the path around the middle nebula, like Realm did against Mint yesterday. The meteors arriving up there.
You mean Ormy?
Oh, sorry. Yep. I have them backwards. Haha, Ormy. Meteora is building the turret and the mine. This looks like a repeat of the Realm versus Mint game, actually. Well, Realm versus Jax, as he prefers to be called now. I'm honestly shocked that Meteora is not building this mine in the middle. Okay, there it is.
I think the difference is that Ormy opted not to go for the firepower upgrade, so he wasn't able to pop it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's something new Ormy's been trying out. He said it was something you guys talked about, was not buying the firepower upgrade. What are your thoughts on that?
I did tell him to try it on Indoor, because I usually buy it, but with the new Indoor change, I wasn't sure if it was needed, but it kind of looks like it's needed. You're not able to kill the mine quick enough to without it.
Both teams do have one mine. Of course, Empire does have this mine in the middle, which is easier for Empire to defend because this is an Ion Nebula. So the X-Wings do lose their shields if they go in there to fight.
Neither team with a mine upgrade, though.
Yep, that's something I've noticed a lot in this tournament. Realm forgot his mine upgrade every time he played. And then Ormy hasn't built one either, despite having his mine for the most of the game. That is a big blob of X-Wings down here already.
Yeah,
Looks
Meteora
like
opting to split his units opposed to Ormy.
Right.
Interesting Y-wing placement.
Where? Oh yeah. Maybe he meant to clear out the turret, to kite out the turret, but that's just going to end up being dead money. I think Ormy's going either to build or to check and make sure that wasn't built. For those of you that don't know, as the Empire side, you can build this mine up here. The problem is, as soon as the Rebel station sees it, it'll kill it. The Rebel station has more fire weapon range than it does vision. Okay, Empire cleared out their mine, and now they're building it. But that is a big blob of X-Wings. Holy. And there's more coming in to join it. And Ormy's building the top right mine as well. Ormy has about 10 squads of X-Wings here. There are 11, but the one only has one fighter. I'm going to say 10.
Empire, however, does have double upgrade on mines.
Both sides do now. Maybe they're listening to the stream and heard us. Okay, both sides are about to have 2 mines with double mine upgrade. The difference is Rebels have a lot of X-Wings on the field, but with no firepower upgrade.
Yeah, Ormy opting to force an engagement really hurt Meteora.
I feel like that mine would have blown up with the firepower upgrade. That first pass.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like at this point in the game, he should really have that with that many X-Wings. And Meteora's going to have his second mine. He's putting the second mine back up. Ormy's making quick work of those extra TIE fighters. Meteora's opting to double down in the middle here with turrets. Ormy might catch that in time, though, and blow up that turret. Oh, he's not going to be able to... Oh, he might. He might.
He does get the firepower, though.
Good.
But that's going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah, those double lasers in that Ion Nebula are brutal.
Enemy space station has
Ooh.
been
Oh!
Oh! Empire Tech to 2!
Oh!
Things are getting interesting. But Rebels only have one place to go, and Rebels do still have 2 mines. To boot, Rebel was sitting on about 2,000 credits himself, which were just spent. So it'll quite a
Some
bit.
of Ormy's X-Wings weren't able to get the pass for the double damage.
Meteora may be Tech 2, but he doesn't have the money to do much with it. I mean, at this point, Ormy just has more money than he knows what to do with.
Yeah, he just needs to get tech, and then it's over.
I'm not sure tacking to 2 was the right call here.
Oh, absolutely not. Ormy had obviously a lot more in reserve as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, effectively at this point, all Ormy has to do is just keep checking middle and top left. There's nowhere else.
Enemy space station has been
And
upgraded.
there's the Tech 2. Middle mine is going up. It's gonna get zapped.
Actually, no. He's for the base mine. It's not built. Ooh. We see a neb. 2 nebs. And that will be GG. Did your mic die?
Guess I whacked the mute button. Ormy is the winner. The low seed win. Okay, do we want to pull them in and talk?
Of course. I wanna know what happened on Cuarson.
Sure.
GG.
Good game.
Well played.
You as well. I enjoyed that.
I have no bad feelings. I've actually went better than I expected, actually.
I had fun. I hope people who watch had fun too.
It was quite entertaining. I kind of want to know what happened on Coruscant, because that was
Yeah. I wasn't really paying attention on bottom left, and noticed that he won that, and I overspent in the middle. I built one too many turrets because for whatever reason I was expecting to be in there sooner, and so I thought he would try and fight around the middle more.
Yeah.
And so I overspent basically, and then I was low on credits suddenly. So there was a point where I had 700 credits and I could build a mine, but I couldn't. And I was like, this is really awkward. And I knew he had a mine.
Yeah. I was just trying to deny that middle at the whole time, but it was just the turrets were making it very hard.
Yeah, the fact that my turret kept picking off your X-Wings really helped bring it around, but then I was confused by the IPV at the bottom left.
Yeah. So was I, to be honest.
or the second IPV.
Yeah, or the second one too. I was just like, oh, okay. Okay, all your money's in these IPVs now, and then it suddenly made it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, the IPVs was a moment to tap the notch of judgment, I guess. I thought this can work, and then I couldn't use them to the extent I wanted to.
So what was your decision behind building both turrets when you had the middle turret?
Purely the amount of the X-Wings was flying around.
On Coruscant?
Yeah. Why build your closest? Why build the turret that's closer to you when you have the middle one already?
Oh, in there.
I kind of went into the 2v2 mode. Whereas if you can try and get 2 turrets as Empire, it's really, really good.
Okay.
So Coruscant I'm rusty on. It's okay, I'll pick Coruscant and just sort of see how this goes. If I win, awesome. If I don't win, okay, then go to the next game.
Okay.
I hadn't practiced Coruscant.
I guess the biggest thing about Coruscant was Meteora. You actually had the game won. It was pretty much 100% you won the game, but then you decided to. The only thing I can think of is you put your X-Wings on a waypoint to circle the turrets and just get blasted.
No, that was actually done manually, actually. I did fire them in there manually quite a couple of times to check the mines.
Okay, interesting. So can we understand the decision making on that one?
No, I was just trying to keep the middle mines to make sure he didn't get them, because then I knew I only had to deal with the base mine, and I think the rest I had in control. So that was kind of the idea behind that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that the Death Star trench run was not the best idea. You could circle around the outside perimeter of those mines without the middle laser turret hitting you.
Mm.
Because I have to go back and count, but there was a lot of fighters you lost there.
Yeah, there was.
Like,
I was so busy microing everywhere else that I just thought I couldn't be in there at the same time.
You actually, the thing is, you actually didn't have to micro the game. It was like one of those situations where the game was won. You could have just sat your X-wings on the outside of the map. Ormy
Yeah.
was broke, and
right,
you just threw away all your units.
right.
And then when you moved all your units down to the bottom, you had no units back up top. I was like, okay, all your units are down here. I can build my base mine again.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ormy had a level 3 turret in the middle.
I think he lost like three squads of X-wings work because he had like
Yeah, I just see the
If not
veterancy
more.
bar
or
going
six,
up and up.
and then it just went. You were down to like 2 or 3 squads when you went back down to the
Yeah.
lower left. I was like, oh, okay, this is like I can fight this now. Honestly, like until I saw the IPV, I was still like not like I was still anxious. But once I saw the IPV, then I felt a lot more comfortable because
Mm.
you spawn the IPV there right as I was killing. Yeah, I was just killing the mine. And I was like, okay, I can just leave there. I don't have to go there, and your IPV is just slow, and so
Yeah.
yeah, in my opinion, the IPV. I mean, there was multiple things, but I think the IPV was their sealing the deal.
Mm.
When
Yeah.
you're low on X-wings, you need more X-wings.
Good games, though. Good games. I mean, you guys both got your arm workout in after throwing as hard as you could on Cuarson.
Carson, you have any questions about Indoor?
I felt like that game was also. No, maybe not as much. I mean,
the tech surprised me.
yeah, that's what we were saying. So, Scythe said in chat that he thinks tech could have worked if you hadn't built the other turret in the middle, because then you would have had enough to capitalize on the tech. But coming out at Tech 2 with that awkward amount of like, I think it was like 1.2 credits, 1.2k, doesn't.
Yeah.
And it essentially
Yeah,
becomes...
I know. I was thinking the same thing while I was doing it. I was like, because Omikar destroyed. I had Mine Tech 2, and I was hoping to keep circling the mines. And then he just came in and destroyed it too soon, and I couldn't get the tech moving on. And then I was like, okay, I'm a little bit screwed now.
So I think you had the right idea, trying to hunker down that middle mine at the beginning of the game. Obviously, X-Wings don't do so well in that Ion Nebula, especially because they don't have the shields. There's the turret there. Additionally, anytime you're defending, Laney is a strong advocate for you have to have the engine upgrade to defend with TIE fighters effectively. So if that's your plan, make sure you grab that engine upgrade.
Yeah.
And then I think... Was that also the game, Boba, where both teams got their mine upgrade really late?
Yeah. Yeah, I think each player had one or two. They had 2 mines, and I think one player had 1 upgrade, and then the other had 0, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Then at one point they both had 2 upgrades. And then Ormy obviously kept double upgrades.
I felt comfortable for the most part. I was a little nervous again with the tech because I had no idea how much credits you had, and so I wanted to group up my X-Wings and like go like pounce a mine again because I had no idea if you had a miner up or not. But I wasn't sure if Boba Fett was going to come out.
That was the main problem for me. You had that. I would call it the death ball of X-Wings, where you just fly in, do a single swoop, and just wipes anything out that's in the way. And that was kind of my problem I ended up with, because I thought, okay, I need to take up, I need to get Boba, I need to kill this blob. If I can kill the blob, I'm gonna be okay.
Another thing, Ormy,
But I couldn't get there.
Another thing I remember that Boba and I talked about was the top left base mine. Boba and I think that you would have killed it sooner if you did have the firepower upgrade.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I wanted to try it out just to see how much money I had left over, and
there was a couple instances in the game where it's like that would have died in one pass if you had it.
Probably. I wanted to try it out and just see how it did, and yeah, it did take a little while, and I lost. I think I lost like 2 squads overall. So it was like I didn't have enough to like try and contest middle. But I was like, okay, he's defending middle, fine. I'll ignore middle. I'll go elsewhere. And yeah, the fact that you never hit my base mine was
Yeah, I really
really.
wanted to, but I didn't have the fighters for it.
So I was able to sit. I was always able to sit comfortably, at least 1 mine minimum. And I had to hit 2 mines because I had the top right as well. You never really went for
Yeah,
that.
I was up there once, but yeah, I didn't. As soon as you got that death ball running, I couldn't kind of do anything else but trying to defend what I already had.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well,
But yeah, but again, I don't mind losing because I knew you were gonna be higher tier than me, and I'm okay with that. I was right from the beginning, so all we're gonna say is well played, and maybe we'll play again.
Yeah, maybe we'll play again. I enjoy playing against you.
all right. Well, this
No,
sounds.
I had my mistakes as well, and made the game
It
interesting.
was certainly a lot closer than me and Cuarson expected.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a good spot to wrap up the stream. So we have Ormy beating Meteora 2-0 as the low seed. Good job, Ormy.